Hello and welcome to episode 4 of my Memoria Let's Play. Unfortunately, I'm having to do commentary over the top of this one because I accidentally deleted all the audio files, which is great. So basically what I'm doing here is I was telling you how between last episode and this one I found that there was a way to go to the hall down there, which takes you to another screen, which I assumed there was it was going to hold the secrets to get me out of the chamber that I'm currently stuck in. Doesn't turn out that quite that way, but we will carry on and see. So this is through to the next room, and here we I went through and I basically did my usual and clicked on everything and found out what it was. So we'll listen to that now.
The image of the Mogul mage who ruled thousands of years ago and now lies buried here.
Okay, so that's a Colossus.
I'm not afraid of death, but if I expire down here, no one will ever learn of it.
That's a grim thought right there.
I can't see it from here, but I know it's there. It's lurking opposite the entrance. It was that way when we arrived. Who knows if we would have won otherwise.
So, at this point I was thinking maybe
Awaken!
I could do something with this.
The Guardian and his master. They're somehow similar. But how?
All he seemed to do was slam his fist though, which was a bit of a pain. Had me stumped for a little bit. Did eventually...
It isn't going anywhere without its legs.
Eventually work out that when it said the Guardian and the Master were similar, I thought, well, it's on this guy's hand. Maybe that's
the
his master.
Colossus is also a Guardian, right? Wake him.
Charizard, are you really sure?
I said wake him.
As you wish.
Which is pretty cool. So now I was thinking, cool, so can I throw this Guardian into the room and use him as like a golem cannonball and fire him into the door and see if that helps. So this is not just
tear down the walls.
there. Very clear.
Even he's too weak?
No, but he hasn't got any arms. Some rulers can't even scratch their noses without a loyal servant.
So I was pretty stumped at this point. I was like, throw him?
That alone did nothing.
Nope, didn't do anything. So I decided I'd try it again, apparently. I think then, just after this, I decided to go back into the room and maybe have another look at what was on the screen before this. But I was completely convinced that this current screen I'm on now was where the answer to get me out of the door was. I was 100% convinced. But it didn't work out that way, unfortunately. Yep, I come back and I realised
I won't get it any further into the room, not with my hands.
right then that so we want to get this cannonball into the room further. So what if we get this guy to crawl up and grab the cannonball?
The Guardian could pull down the door with the chain, but it's still too far away.
And this is where the penny dropped. I was like, of course, the Guardian will pull the chain, which will pull the pillar, which will pull on the door, and that's it. GG, game over. So I was like, right, okay, this is, don't know what I was doing right now. Probably chatting incessantly, looking at stuff.
He can't reach it either.
So this is when I realise, this arm. Maybe I can use this arm to throw the cannonball to the guy, because he obviously can't move.
The arm lacks the support to strike hard enough.
At this point, it was just I had to click the right thing. I think maybe not here.
The arm lacks the support to strike hard enough.
Here, this is where I click it, and I was just like, oh, well, that works.
It's holding on tight. Now what?
And so you punt the cannonball. And here I was like, oh, this is it, GG. I can just pull the door down. Game over. I'm out. I've solved the puzzle. I'm out of the room. Everything's good. The world is good. And here we go. Grab that metal ball.
Order the Guardian to pull down the door. Harder. Make him pull harder.
He can't. The door is too strong for him.
If this one can't do it, then another one will have to.
And then I was very disappointed. So it took me a little bit to realise, well, maybe I can use this Guardian to throw it to the big Guardian, the Colossus outside, and he'll surely be able to pull the door down. He's like the size of a building. He'll be able to do it. And I felt like
princess, that won't do any good. I've had eons to try and pull down these walls, and I haven't succeeded. Why should a girl achieve so much more in a short time than I did in a millennia?
Because she has me helping her. But yeah, I thought it was again. I was like, right, yeah, this is it. GG, done. I've solved the problem. And I was very much disappointed again, but I'll let you see why.
Take the chain.
It's too small. He can't grasp it.
So large, and yet so disappointing.
It makes me laugh. At this point, I'm just laughing away to myself on the video, as I just did that. Because that just really tickles me. That's my favourite line in the game so far. And then I realise, if I get this guy to grab it, maybe he can pull it. No, maybe.
Accept it finally and give up. The Guardians are much too weak.
Maybe the Colossus can then grab onto the Guardian and pull it, and then that's it. It must be it. I've tried everything else. It's like the only thing left. So, here we go.
Take the Guardian and pull.
And there we go. GG.
What was that?
I tore open a door through pure force of will.
No, you laughed like a young girl.
Hey!
And this guy's alive.
You? You're still alive?
How is he the only one?
You could have helped me.
You have the mast. Where's my money?
Our employer is dead. You'll get your money if you help me get out of here and take me through the mountains to Draconia. Wait. Stop. I'll pay you.
You?
You forget. I'm a princess.
What do you have?
And here's where I realise I'm going to have to give the ruby away. Even though I don't want to, because I'm still convinced this ruby has, like, incredible destructive power in it.
As the daughter of the Caliph, I possess wealth beyond your imagining.
The Caliph is dead. The palace plundered. I was there.
And he doesn't seem to want anything else. He probably won't want a silver platter. Not really. So I'm going to have to give him the ruby. But
if you take me safely to our destination, you'll receive my most precious possession. My Almandin. It's worth more than anything else you'll ever hold in your hands.
Good. Draconia for the ruby.
Deal.
He'll make a poor servant to you.
This guy's dodgy.
At least I know what to make of him.
May I ask you something else? Because I don't understand you. Why are you doing all this? You're rich, beautiful. You have power. What else do you want to achieve?
I want to go to war, and I need a weapon.
But why?
To win the battle. To be immortalized in history. 1,000 years from now, people will tell tales of my deeds, and whisper my name in awe. Sadia al-Kabir, the greatest heroine the world has ever seen.
Well, we didn't seem to know about her in the beginning of the game, so that's probably not true.
Sadia al-Kabir? Never heard of her.
As he's just said.
Neither you nor anyone else. The poor girl has been utterly forgotten.
How does the story continue?
With the help of the Frakina, Sadia took the mask over the Rashtulian wall to Draconia. She joined the troops there and went to battle. But those are all unimportant details. Don't concern yourself with them.
Yes.
Only one thing matters. The riddle I shall now tell you. The inscription on the burial chamber.
They didn't seem very unimportant. They seem... I quite liked the story.
How can the rest of the story not be important?
Well, it is important, but not for you. Trust me. In this one case, ignorance is truly a blessing.
I reckon that's shady. It's gotta be shady. That guy is shady.
If no one remembers her, how do you know that this woman really existed?
I investigated it myself. Malakar's burial chamber really existed, and over 450 years ago, a young woman was seen climbing out of that very tunnel with a fakina and setting out towards the Rashtulian wall. I swear to you, in the name of my father and all my forefathers, Sadia's tale is a true story.
The riddle.
Do I understand you correctly? The glowing inscription on the burial chamber, that's the riddle?
Quite correct. An archaic inscription written in ancient Talamedia. As an educated Talamede princess, Sadia was the only one who could read it. I created a transcription from my memory, and an old friend translated it for me. It reads, as the stone over the scarab, so rules the scarab over the stone. Enter if to you the answer is known. If not, then forever your life I'll own.
Eerie.
I believe Sadia knew the answer, else she would never have entered the chamber.
But why didn't she tell the others? Didn't she send them all to their doom that way?
I see you paid attention. I give you 3 days to solve the riddle. On the 4th day, I'll move on, whether you know the answer or not.
And if I solve it by then?
You shall have what you want from me. A spell of the mightiest transformation. A spell which transforms any living being into any form you desire.
Deal.
I like you, Geron. I'm certain our business will turn out well for both of us.
Believe me, I hope so too.
So now we have a time limit. 3 days.
Strange fellow. Nuri, I'm back. I think I found someone who can help you. Nuri?
I'm here.
What's wrong?
My wound opened. My wing is bleeding again.
Oh no, were you playing with animals again? You're a raven now. You can't do that anymore.
I wasn't playing. It just opened again.
It doesn't look too bad. You lie and rest. I'll make a salve for you.
So now we know about the time limit. There's this Nuri character who seems to be a talking bird, which is fun, with a hurt wing. So I think we're going to wander around aimlessly for the next 5 minutes, trying to find some way to make a salve, because I don't know how to make a salve. I don't know what goes in a salve.
Oh,
Don't move. If you move, it'll just get worse. I'll hurry with the salve.
So I think I click on everything trying to find this recipe, and it's right there. It's right in front of me. It's literally where my character is now. There's a bit of paper in front of me.
Books from the School of Magic about spells and alchemy. None of them could tell me how to transform Nuri back.
And that piece of paper has it.
I'll take them back during my next break-in.
Oh gosh, maybe it didn't take that long.
Good thing I hadn't put it away yet.
Felt like a long
For
time.
Nuri's salve of healing, I need to mix ground-up whirlweed with salve fat. Salve fat. I can only pray that the Lady Perina will allow the use of simple grease just this once.
So I've only shown you two things in the recipe. how hard could it be? And there's an alchemy table over there.
That horrible witch. She promised me that I could use the recipe to create a new body for Nuri. I'll never see those silver thalers again. Useless undergrowth. I'll throw it out tomorrow.
So I clicked here for ages because I was like, it must be the
The
alchemy
fabric is
table.
falling apart more and more. Well, as soon as I solve Phi's riddle, we'll be out of here. Right, Nuri?
I want to see the world.
But first you need your old body back.
And there's the pot, which obviously will have grease in.
After I finished eating, I wanted to get to Phi as fast as I could. I didn't have time to clean up. By Travia, it's all greasy.
So we've got a greasy pot.
By Travia, it's all greasy.
And he won't pick it up with his hands, obviously, because it's greasy. So, yeah, let's use a knife. Let's scrape
It'll
it
take
out.
half the night to scrape out the fat with that.
But he's too lazy. He won't scrape it out with a knife. So, that has me stumped. What am I supposed to use? I've used everything in my inventory. I don't have anything else.
Giacomo's bird bath is very pretty, isn't it? He said he found it in some fairy ruins in the blood barrier.
There are no birds in the fairy world.
Well, there's at least one big peacock.
Right, but that's all. Your world is much more beautiful.
So now I decided to
It's
just
filled
click
with magic fairy
everything.
water from Nuri's cave.
Just click everything. Because something must work. It's got to have to work.
Nuri's old chestnut mannequin.
Ho ho, Nuri. I, King Chestnut, bid you good evening.
Good evening, King Chestnut.
Why so sad, my lovely?
This is quite cute.
I don't know. Right now, I just want to sleep.
Oh, that's a very wise idea. It's so wise that I hereby officially appoint you to be my Minister of Sleep.
Oh, thank you, dear King.
You have earned this title honestly.
It's cool.
I just built that for her last week.
But I
Do you
can't
like
work
your new
out
bird tree?
if this
Yes.
Nuri is a child now. Because
Why
she's a
must I be
doll.
a fairy again before we
But-
can leave here?
Because that's what you are. A fairy, not a raven. And Giacomo says we need to hurry about changing you back. He says that a fairy soul is a tender thing. Who knows what'll happen if it stays in the wrong body for too long. And it's much easier for me to protect you here than it would be on the road. If only you would let me protect you.
Yeah, sorry. So yeah, she seems to be
Did it
a
hurt
fairy.
when the artifact pulled your soul into the raven's body?
I don't know. It was worse before that. My fairy body was wilting away. That was much more painful.
I'm sorry. At that point, I could only save your soul, not your body. I often ask myself whether there wasn't another way after all. I tried everything. I asked Herzinda clerics, stole magic books from the school, made pacts with witches. Nothing and nobody can restore the power of the artifact. And anyway, Nuri's old body is lost forever. I hope this Fahi will keep his promise.
I'm trying not to talk over the actual dialogue. Anything important, well, anything that I think is going to be important later, I'm just trying not to talk over it. So this might sound absolutely stupid later when I listen back to it, because I can't remember when I clicked on stuff. So I'm just gonna try and like fill the silence and then trying to. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Why am I circling the bird and the artifact? I don't know. Maybe I'm saying it's important. Yeah. Do something. Come on. There we go. So I found that by complete accident.
Healing herbs from the woods in case Nuri gets injured again.
Just like so, I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'll put the herbs that I
never
need
thought I could fix that after last winter.
into the pot.
Nothing in there that could help Nuri.
And then it's like in the pot, I can either use the herbs to wipe out the grease, or I can just mix it up in the pot. It's fine. Sorted.
By
Fixed.
First, I have to grind up the herbs
But
somehow.
no, that would be too easy. So now I'm like, great. So I've got to grind up these herbs. What can I use to grind it up? Can I put it on the counter? Nope. Can I put it on the dresser maybe? To grind it on the dresser? That makes sense. Oh, the alchemy table.
I don't know.
Apparently not.
Why?
So I try to use it with
No,
curtain.
what good would that do?
Because that's just obviously a stupid idea to grind up herbs on an alchemy table. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? Yeah, so I was like, right, okay, I'll try the dresser. Let's go try the dresser.
I can't think of anything.
No. So I've pretty much clicked on everything in this room. I can't exactly use a picture to grind up the herbs. Or a bird skull. So maybe I just put it in the bird bath. Why not? Because that makes sense. And then I'm like, okay, let's like slice it up with a knife.
Yeah, I can grind up the herb with the knife handle.
Which makes sense.
There.
So now we've got a bit of whirlweed juice in a bird bath. So now we just need to get that fat out somehow. And I cannot for the life of me work out how.
Do you miss your family,
So I'll just
Nuri?
look at
the
stuff
fairy
again.
queen and king?
A little, but I prefer not to look back. The animals and plants of this world are my family now.
So for the
I was
next...
still very young when they died.
Sorry. So
That accursed harp. If it hadn't been for that, you'd still be yourself.
I don't want to think about that. It was so horrible.
The seer's fairy harp. It's finally destroyed, thank the gods.
So I've kind of clicked on everything in this room by the bird skulls.
As a bird catcher, I acquired quite a collection. The skulls hail back to Gwynling's time.
They're disgusting. Why don't you take them down?
We need to keep up appearances. If anyone notices that I no longer catch birds and live with a talking raven instead, they'll burn us alive.
But you saved them all. You ought to let them know.
The bird catcher a hero? They'll all laugh at me. Anyway, I don't care what those idiots think of me.
But if they thought well of you, your life would be good.
Nuri, my life has been good. It was good to travel with you. It's enough for me that you know what we did.
So I've clicked on everything now, absolutely everything, and I have no idea how to get this fat out the pot. I feel I've tried everything possible. And for the next like couple of minutes I just sit there and complain as to how I'm so crap at these sort of games. And how I'll figure it out next episode. So between this episode and next episode, I'm gonna work out what I have to do. I can't go downstairs.
I need to take care of Nuri.
So I'm just gonna stay up here and look at everything again and spend the next 20 minutes of my life finding out. I'm not gonna spoil it. I did eventually find out. I'm not gonna spoil it. You'll have to tune into the next episode to find out how we get the grease out of the pot. But I hope this comes out okay and it's not absolutely horrible. And I will see you next episode tomorrow, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Please throw me a like and subscribe. Bye bye.